So this is a proprioceptive and motor planning activity, and your child will be really great at helping you get out whatever you have as far as blankets and pillows, and getting these things set up on the ground. I sometimes like to call this nesting or making a nest. I've got a couple yoga mats, so I'm going to lay them down first to make sure that my floor has a little bit of cushion. It's really not necessary because you'll have so many pillows and blankets. I'm also going to then lay down one blanket to kind of create my barrier between the rest of my pillows and blankets and the floor to try to help keep them a bit cleaner so I don't always have to wash them, and I can kind of go in cycles for when I wash what. Then we really just want a bunch of pillows. Whatever kind of pillows or blankets you have, just create a great big pile of them. You can start with just a pile, and then your child can have a bunch of fun with creating a nest. So as you can see, I've just so far created a pile. This is great gross motor work for them to have to use their muscles to pick up and drag and carry these items that to adults they're kind of like, but they're pretty heavy really. And then we can have fun climbing over our mountain or our pile of blankets and pillows. This is good motor planning because we're getting proprioceptive, heavy, enveloping input because it's all around us and we're using our muscles. We're also getting motor planning because we're having to move our body in a new way each time. This isn't a predictable path, it's very uneven. But if I fall, it's also very soft. It's a lot of fun to then turn this into a nest. Oh, I forgot to mention. So you're getting proprioceptive, tactile, because you're touching all these different, if you have different textures too, like I have this sequins pillow, that can also create some different textures for a varied tactile experience besides just the sensation of having tactile. Vestibular is the other big one. We are getting vestibular input registered by our inner ears as our head is moving through space and repositioning. It's getting movement input. We're having to use our balance sense to keep ourselves steady and move our body in response to those things. We're also using our eyes, of course. If we're using our eyes, if our eyes are open, you could challenge them to close their eyes and try to find their way from one side of the pile to the other. But another really fun thing, besides all this climbing and just playing in the pile of pillows and blankets, you could hide toys in here and play like a hide and seek game. And the nest that I mentioned, so I like to make nests for watching movies where you put your pillows and your blankets in kind of a circular shape around yourself, or at least like a half circle. I like to sometimes leave it kind of C-shaped so my legs can come out. And then I have a nice comfy spot that gives me some proprioceptive input, and it's very calming. I could do my schoolwork here or read. Maybe I'll move this one behind my head. Anyways, I encourage you to find the pillows and blankets you have at your house and make a sensory nest. Have some fun. Oh, one other one I forgot for this. I forgot. My weighted blanket. You can also use a weighted blanket if you have one in this. Ooh. A weighted blanket is a blanket that has some weight to it. You can find them online. They are becoming more and more available. This is something that OTs a lot of times will recommend because it gives proprioceptive input in a passive way. It gives that deep pressure, kind of like a massage, to help calm our muscles and increase our awareness of where our body is. It's really too hot right now for me to be wearing a weighted blanket. I would opt for something like a compression garment, which I actually am wearing leggings, which are a form of compression garment. Have fun.